I forgot to cut my fingernails.
You need that for tomorrow? Yeah, I'll
Maybe.
take lead tomorrow then.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, sorry. I text a couple. Sorry, I forgot to cut my fingernails.
I gotta stay at the hotel. My fingernails aren't clipped.
Good. Okay, we got it.
Okay. All right. Welcome back to a long overdue CreativeKrunch podcast.
Am I even in the frame? I can't see.
Yeah, you are. We both are.
All right.
Ben and I are in Dubuque, Iowa for a graphic formation wedding film tomorrow.
Yep.
Assisted by Reed Shepherd Films.
Lexi and Boone.
Lexi and Boone, shout out to them.
They're not going to listen.
We'll send it. We'll clip this and put it on your story.
Yeah.
At 2 a.m. Be like, prepping. Wedding prep.
Yeah.
So we're together and we're like, why not, pump out a podcast that we've been three months behind on. So
Yeah, this is our first time doing it this way too. We're using the wireless Go 2 and we're using Rode Connect on our computer, so it's actually gonna be clutch because we can see when it gets close to 29 minutes.
That's true.
Because Canon sucks and thinks that they have to cut it off at 29:59.
Yeah. So, to be honest, we don't really have anything planned for this one. We're just kind of going.
We're gonna kind of catch up.
Yeah. So, God, when is it? February? Is that the last one? What was the last one? The beer. Nick Langle of Orange Cat Brewing, and it's been a while. I think that actually might be our number one podcast so far till this one, obviously.
You think?
I think so. Ben's gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah, let's see.
On Anchor.com.
Oh, man.
Now for a sponsor from our Anchor. Our sponsor.
No, it is. Yep.
Okay, nice.
It's been played 51 times. So shout out to.
But that's not including YouTube. So I just want to. That's Spotify, and Apple Music and Anchor. Wherever you listen to podcasts.
I want to make sure people know that we're not profiting from this.
I think we talk about that every time. We are still under $5. So here's a quick thing. You can Venmo us if you want at
we might be able to invest it into
something at Reed Shepherd or Graphic Formation Films, and it'll go towards our podcast setup.
If you Venmo me, then I can give it to him.
Yeah, we trust Ben.
Okay. But yeah, we're at $4.67. We're trying to figure out the best time to cash out.
I think $5. It's still $2.50.
$2.50 each. What do we buy with $2.50 each?
One confetti cannon that we
could
bought.
probably get two.
Wait. How many confetti cannons did we buy tonight?
I think we got 10.
10 confetti cannons.
Imagine if we use all 10 of them tomorrow.
Wait, though. I mean, $50 worth of confetti cannons on one wedding?
It wasn't $50, it was $30.
Oh, but everything. The giant box of Pop-Tarts. I don't know where those are. But we also bought a giant box of Pop-Tarts, some Pepto-Bismol. What else?
That was it, I think.
No, there's something else. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you're wondering why there is a rag right here, off camera we were testing these mics to make sure they work, and we decided to do some ASMR with drinking.
We'll snip it a little piece of our test audio.
And while I was doing that, I started choking, and you can't really see on my shirt, but I got a lot of water all over, so that's for that. But so Ben.
So yeah, what have we been up to?
What have you been doing?
Well, hold on. When did I say the last time? January 27th.
Oh, it wasn't even February. Good.
All right, so let's see. What were we doing in January?
Probably
my gosh, that was March.
Probably editing. I would.
Yeah, we've been editing a lot.
But that's the obvious. So let's not talk about editing. What are some big things? Some big things that have happened.
Well, we got to hang out with Travis.
Yeah, shout out to Travis from Travis and Joni Films, a longtime listener. We'll have to get him on the podcast at one point, but
long time watcher. Supposedly he watches it.
Yeah, he watches the YouTube. All of you people that watch the YouTube version, you're making us not make money. It's okay. It's okay, but maybe while you're listening to the YouTube, just sync the Spotify link with it.
Yeah.
Or just listen to Spotify on silent.
Yeah, even just hit play and turn your phone volume down so that we get like a cent.
Yeah, we would eventually, probably in the next year, like to make this our full-time gig.
Yeah, our salary will be
the podcast.
$5 a year.
Do you think you could live on $5 a year?
Maybe. I don't know.
No. Well, I mean, if you're like a wilderness man.
As long as I can still like panhandle and stuff.
Panhandle?
Isn't that what it's called? When like homeless people are like on the side of the road and they're like
Is that called panhandling?
Hey Siri, what is panhandling?
Begging is the practice of imploring others to grant a favor, often a gift of money, with little or no expectation of reciprocation.
It didn't say panhandling, so.
No, thank you.
Anyway, okay.
There's a picture of a homeless man
asking
going
for
like
money.
This. Money, please.
They're not always asking for money.
When I think of panhandling, I think of somebody that's like on the side of the street, like drumming or something.
Isn't that just street performing?
I don't know.
When I think of panhandling, I think of putting a pan on the oven and cooking, and you're handling the pan.
I don't know. That's
Okay. Anyway, what have you been doing?
So we got to hang out with Travis at Light It Up.
The Light It Up event, Little Lights on the Lane.
Yeah, that was a
shout out to Aaron and the Little Lights team. I don't think they watch, but hey.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I can't wait for next year.
Yeah, Ben is being very humble. He was actually a guest speaker there, and gave a very, very
creative
good talk on creativity and how to be more creative. And
and if you reach out, if you make it 7 minutes into the podcast, if you reach out,
he'll send it to you.
I'll send you my speech. I recorded it, and I have the video on an unlisted link on YouTube.
It's actually very good and very valuable. So if you do make it, why not? But
yeah, so we got to hang out with Travis and Joni, Masterson Media, Grace T Photography.
A lot of other photographers, videographers. Aaron and the Little Lights team.
I think the most fun part about it was the networking.
Oh, yeah. Meeting new people, chit-chatting, all that good stuff.
Yeah. I was definitely nervous to speak in front of everybody, but I feel like by day 2, it felt like we were all just hanging out.
Yeah. You should fill in the listeners and viewers on what was really, really funny about your speech.
There was this part where I practiced my speech like 5 times before I gave it.
Oh, more than that.
And in my head, I pictured it going a specific way, and I got to this certain part of my speech where it was the get it audio on TikTok, the get it. And I went and I started dancing, and nobody moved.
Well, not only did you start dancing, nobody moved. You physically told everyone, you're saying, all right, get up and dance. Like, let's loosen up a little bit. Crickets. Yeah. Not a soul.
And there was still like a minute and a half of audio.
Not a soul moved. And Ben's just like, look how tense
look
you
how
guys
stiff you
are.
guys
Look how
are.
stiff you guys are. It's over. It's on my Instagram a few times. If you want to go check that out. But hilarious.
Yeah, and I mean, even your video doesn't do it justice because there's music on your video, but with this, it was like...
Yeah, just...
the wide shot of me, it's tight. It starts tight shot of me dancing, and then you look at the wide shot of everyone just sitting there.
It's just echoes. Like, Little Lights is a very big venue, and there's, like, obviously some echo in the room, and literally you could hear a pin drop, but that was super funny. Go check it out. We should post it on the CreativeKrunch Instagram that we don't really use.
That's true. That would be funny. Yeah.
But
So yeah, we had that lighted up event. Matt Umland was also a speaker there. We didn't mention his name. He is from, where does he live?
he lives in Nashville now, but he's originally from Iowa.
Oh, so we should see if maybe Hunter knows who he is.
I think he just moved, but maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so we got to hang out with those, and then there was a ton of other photographers that we know, like Jamie Tobin, Jamie Laracy.
Well, her is Jamie Tobin.
Jamie Tobin Photography.
Stone Kane from Stone Kane
Betty.
Films. Betty. Just a lot of people.
Shout even out. One of your brides was there.
Yeah, Hannah Stewart of Age Creations. She was there. So if you are not, you don't even have to be a new in the industry of learning photography and video. But if you just want to gain some knowledge, check it out next year. It was such a good time. I was there filming behind the scenes and filming like the guest speakers and everything. And I took a lot out of it. I'm sure Ben took a lot out of it. I think everyone, even like the speakers. So
yeah, and I
check it out next year for sure.
And it was
really fun.
I thought for being in the first year, it was a huge success.
It was very well put together. It felt like it had been a yearly thing already. So
yeah, and based on it being the first year, I bet next year will be even cooler.
No.
And I think we were like supposedly we were going to try to get a lot more people there, like 50 plus, but I think like 30 people is like...
Yeah, like 30.
I think, yeah, they like need to like shut the door at like 40.
Yeah, because it'll get to a point if you had too many people where it would just... Because there's like obviously the styled shoots, and if you have too many people, it's just, people are going to be in each other's ways. I think a lot of that like one-on-one time with other people was pretty valuable too. So yeah, shout out to Light It Up. That was fun. Be there next year if you're a listener. Maybe we'll convince Aaron to let us do a live podcast.
Dude,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, clip that. Whichever one of us is editing that. That'd be fun, dude. We should do live podcasts,
live Q&A or something,
or like Q&A at the end. That'd be really fun. Oh shoot.
I don't know what we would we help them in any way?
No, there'd be like 6 people in the audience.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool.
Travis would be one of them,
Travis.
That's for sure.
Shout out Travis. We actually bought some of our confetti. We should have brought it in here. We were going to pop it in here to celebrate us being back. But, yeah, we're not. I don't know if that would even work.
Maybe.
But, yeah.
Yeah, so we after the Light It Up event, we went and had dinner with... Mastersons, Travis and Joni. Stone was there.
Stone Kane.
And Travis was telling us, he's like, man, you guys, where have you guys been?
Yeah. Yeah, I think this was actually at Light It Up. He was just asking about where our podcast was. So, it's an honor, Travis. If you're watching, it is an honor that you watch this podcast.
Yeah.
For someone of your skill level and natural awesome.
Yeah, Travis is someone you want to be friends with.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool dude.
He's probably too cool for us, to be honest.
Yeah, so everything nice, we take it back. Yeah. You know what, Travis? Exit out. You're done.
Yeah,
no more listening.
Quit, yeah.
Unless it's on Spotify.
But you should go follow Travis and Joni.
Yep, all of them. Travis, Joni, Masterson, or as the bridal party, a couple people from the bridal party said, Matterson Media. Aaron, if you're watching, I don't know if you do, probably not, but one of the groomsmen at the wedding tomorrow was one of your grooms. So,
yep.
Yeah, and he called you Matterson Media. But it's okay.
Yeah.
Ben's been called a few names. What have those been?
Formulas.
Graphic formulas. That's me. That's what I call it.
Graphic information, graphic imaging.
Imaging was a good one. That was at
That's
Michaela and Adam's wedding.
I'm going to make a logo specifically for that.
You should. Graphic
imaging.
I think that's a major at school.
Graphic imaging.
No, I don't know. But
they bring me on as a guest speaker.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had that Light It Up event.
Yeah, I mean then
that was fun.
After that, we've just been editing.
Yeah, our backlog is we're still affected by COVID.
Mine's getting better. It's getting better. Like I'm almost down to single digits. But obviously my wedding season starts next week, so
yeah,
there's gonna be some overlap.
I think we're kind of starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Sort of.
For me, I had so many back-to-back weddings last year.
Yeah, and I told myself that I wasn't going to do any more this year, and I think I have like 1 or 2 back-to-back ones, and it's just...
Yeah, my weddings are way more spread out this year, so I'm hoping I get a little more time.
I'm also taking way less this year. I'm only at 15, which I kind of like, so...
Yeah, I would love to be at 15 next year.
But yeah, what else? I mean, nothing really like professionally. What we've been doing personally, just hanging out. Personally, also editing.
What have we been doing?
Oh, Sand and Stone. Jason from Sand and Stone.
Yeah, Jason came out from Vermont.
Yeah.
And hung out, and Reed even tugged along.
Tugged along. This was the same week as the Light It Up event, so...
so
we got an Airbnb, and Ben had a couple that wanted to do Save the Date, and Jason wanted to learn from Ben, and I was just there too for the Light It Up event, and we hung out for the week.
Stayed at an Airbnb, and he watched me. He kind of helped us film, and then watched me edit the video just to get some as he's starting out. And he actually just posted a snippet on Instagram. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah. But yeah, shout out Jason Sandstone.
That guy, he fit in with us so well.
He was, yeah. I'd say if you want to fit in with us, you got to be a goofball.
Yeah, I think you just got to lean into being
who you are.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of people, this is kind of a topic that might get deep, but do you think, make sure you have time. Do you think more people than not care what people think about them?
Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, when I was doing the speech, when I was dancing, in my head, I'm thinking, oh man, people probably think I'm so weird, but then I got past it, and I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think for a long time, it probably till I was like 20, maybe even 21, I was always like, I don't think I ever really like leaned into who I was, because I was like, I don't want people to think I'm weird or whatever, because I like to, whatever. But now my tagline, what is it? Passionate storyteller, adventurer, and goofball, and kind of just hang out with that. Anyway, so if you want to fit in with us, you don't have to be a goofball, but you just got to be yourself. So
yeah, I think that for me, I think a huge milestone was when I shaved my head, because for some reason in my head, I always, like, back in my head, even if it was just like 10% of what my thoughts were, I was always thinking about my bald spot. And then just one day I woke up and I was like, this is just no way to live. It's consuming thoughts that like are not worth, like at the end of it, whenever I die, if I'm looking back at my life, I'm thinking, man, 10% of every day I went thinking about how I looked.
I've actually heard that a lot, is like people that are bald or decide to be bald or whatever, just like, I feel like they ooze confidence.
I don't know if I'm confident. I think I'm just comfortable with
confidence
being weird.
I think comfort is confidence, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes I'm still uncomfortable.
With being bald?
No, just in general. But
I mean,
I feel more confident now that I have no choice. Like, it's just like, this is it.
I mean, you could grow it back.
I could, but there would be some baldness for sure. No. I forgot to cut my fingernails.
You need that for tomorrow? Yeah, I'll take lead tomorrow then.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, sorry, I text a couple. Sorry, I forgot to cut my fingernails.
I gotta stay at the hotel. My fingernails aren't clipped. I gotta go. No,
it's a whole day process.
I gotta go home. I gotta go see my nail specialist.
They're like, we have some. No, that's not the right way. It has to be my nail.
No. I need Teresa from.
You don't understand.
I need Teresa from Nail Heaven in Cedar Rapids.
I go to a place to get my nails cut.
Honestly, though, I would do that. I hate clipping my nails.
Have you ever gotten?
Mine are actually kind of long.
Have you ever gotten a pedicure?
No, I have. Is pedicure fingers?
Manicure, I think, is hands. Pedicure is feet.
Could not do feet. My feet are the ticklers.
Oh, mine are too. But dude,
no.
You come out of that feeling like your feet just came out of the womb.
I would get a lawsuit for kicking whoever's doing my toes square in the face.
There is one part of the whole process. They take this like sponge that's like, it's like the Scrub Daddy sponge that's like crispy hard. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know when you're feeling that? When
Scrub Daddy? Is that the brand? Or is that what?
You've never heard of Scrub Daddy?
No.
Hey
Siri, what is Scrub Daddy?
Scrub Daddy is a cleaning tools company best known for an eponymous sponge it manufactures that is in the shape of a smiley face.
You've never heard of this.
All right, well.
It was a Shark Tank thing.
I know the smiley face one.
Yeah, the Shark Tank one where you put it under hot water and it becomes soft. You put it under cold water and it's like really hard. So like you scrub it.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Scrub Daddy. Yeah.
Sponsor.
Yeah. Free advertising right now. Shouldn't be free.
No. Okay, so anyway, there's a point during a pedicure where they use this like sponge thingy, or it's almost like a
Scrub Daddy.
It could be. I mean,
similar to Scrub. Maybe not the exact.
Similar to Scrub Daddy, and they like take it and they like lift up your foot and they literally scrub the bottom of your foot, and it's like I'm like gripping the chair.
No, I couldn't. Like you saying, I felt that on my foot, and I'm.
But when they like take the like, I don't even know what it is, but it's like soap that has like grit in it. They like take it on your calves and they're like squeezing the muscles and stuff. You're just like, oh my gosh, that feels so good.
No.
You have to do that sometime.
No, I'd rather just get like a massage.
Also, I've gotten a couple massages recently. Those.
I've been stressed.
You've never had a massage?
I've had a chair massage when I worked.
Oh my gosh, that's literally nothing.
But I used to work at Click Stop, and I think at the end of every like the last Thursday of the month, there'd be a chair masseuse that would come in, and you'd pay,
You've had the back
like
massage things.
Minute or 30-minute, like whatever, $1 per minute, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. If you're ever near my feet, don't touch them because I will cause pain by accident, not on purpose. And so just not that any of our listeners would, but Travis, stay away from my feet.
We'll go get a massage with you though.
Yeah, no feet touching though.
No, I was talking to Lauren and I think that we're actually thinking about making like a schedule, like getting a massage every like 2 months or even maybe once a month.
How much is it? Is it like,
I mean, it's like $100, $80 a person, $100 a person.
For an hour?
Yeah, I think we do the hour and 15 minutes, but it feels like when you get done with it, you're like, that felt like 5 minutes.
Do you fall asleep?
Probably.
Or do you just go to like the
It's almost like you're like melting into this thing and they're like, hey, we're done with the massage. You can get up slowly whenever you want. And you're just like, okay, you give me like 20 minutes. It'll take me a second to get up.
It's like when your mom is like, hey, sweetie, it's time for school.
There's been a couple of times though where they'll like towards the end of my massage they'll be massaging like a leg and all of a sudden a toe will start to cramp and you don't want to like be weird about it and you're just like you just got to deal with the pain. You just let the cramp go and in your head you're just like, oh no.
I think I would mention cramp. I'd say, hey, my toe's cramping. Can you?
Yeah, but when you're in this room, it's such a vibe, and you don't want to disturb the vibe by being like, "Oh, my leg."
So, actual question is the music that they play when you're getting a massage similar to the music that you and Lauren listen to when you go to bed?
Yeah, and you like walk
full volume.
It's not. It's like surround sound. Like you walk in, there's like little fans blowing, but they're quiet fans. There's like lights that are like underneath things, so it's not like this kind of a light. You walk into a room and it's like dark, but you walk in and you're like
lighting kind of.
Yeah, it's cool. You can see everything, but it's so dark, and then the beds are like memory foam that's like a foot thick, and so you like melt into it. And I remember we got a facial, and they were doing just these simple massages, and literally she's just like putting her arm underneath my back, and something about how simple that it just felt so good. Just
underneath your back?
Yeah, she just would like push her arm underneath my back.
Stomach?
Like I was on my back and they did the facial, but then like they're also doing like my neck and stuff. And she just like slides her arm down my back and it just like pressures the muscle.
See, I was picturing you on your stomach, like, under your tub.
Yes, yeah, just on my belly, tickle the belly, come out. Yeah. No, that's definitely not it.
Dude, those tub tickles though. That'd be a good brand for a massage product. Tub tickles.
when you go into those massages, though, it's like you come out of them and you just, it's almost like you've been like in a cocoon. Like you're like, it's so bright outside. But you're like, you get in the car and you drive home and it's like silent because you're just so comfortable. Yeah,
I mean, I'm willing to try massage. Just not the manicure or the pedicure. I mean, I could do it. Probably do the hands.
We'll do a couple massage. Couples massage for 3. You, me, and Travis.
Tax write-off, yeah. Travis, you're paying, though. Because obviously we haven't even made $5.
A podcast while we get the massage.
Yeah, and it's... Oh. Wait a minute.
So we got a massage. That was
great.
Was that even what you asked?
I think that's all that's happened from light it up from... I got something in my eye. I keep picking at it. I think that's all that happened from Nick Langle, light it up, massages, dude.
What have we've done since? Didn't we go somewhere?
Well, Sand and Stone, we did the save the date with Jason. We made a very funny TikTok or Instagram reel of like, so if you put your phone on
time-lapse
mode and you walk, but don't lift your feet.
Don't move your feet very far apart from each other.
For a long time period, it kind of just looks like you're hovering. So instead of like walking like this, it would look like...
It looks like you're like floating, yeah.
Yeah. And for the listeners, I just did a demonstration on the table. For the viewers, you saw it. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. What else? I feel like we had something again after that. Oh, you were in Des Moines. We've been hanging out with a couple of your couples.
Yeah, we had dinner with a few couples.
KMP, the photo shoot, of course.
Yeah, we did a photo shoot. I got some business photos taken. That was a lot of fun. Definitely want to do that again.
That was fun. That was just like fun hanging out.
Yeah, I just reached out to Kendra. I don't know. We were even... I think I interviewed her about my topic for Light It Up, and I was like, hey, by the way, like I want to do some business photos. Is there a time we could set up and do? So we scheduled this time to take some business photos, and I told her, I was like, I just want to get like creative, just experiment, try things that we've never tried. And so we spent like a good chunk of the day doing like literally anything. Like we did a candy one. We played around with I got some like colorful t-shirts, and then I got a projector and we played around with projector lighting, and that was a lot of fun.
That was good. That was a long day. I think what she usually does like hour sessions, but she just like, I mean, we were all hanging out. Like I was making like shooting behind the scenes and stuff. So it was pretty fun. Like it wasn't like just work, but go check out KMP Photo. She's got some on her page, and Ben has some on his as well. Graphic imaging. But yeah.
Graphic imaging. Yep.
Graphic imaging.
Graphicimaging.com.
I mean, we're at 27 minutes. Do we wrap up?
Wait.
Or is there more to talk about? If there's more to talk about, we don't wrap up. We'll wrap up.
I feel like there was stuff we wanted to talk about.
No, we were just going.
How about what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I'm gonna look through my photos. I've been playing guitar more. I'm getting back into playing music. I think when I was younger and when I first started, playing guitar was like a big stress relief for me, and I've really been feeling the stress recently with this backlog. So it's been nice to kind of take a time, and like it's still a very creative outlet, but it's separate from like my day job. I took some photos, which was kind of new for me. I took my friend's proposal photos, and did a little engagement session with them. That was fun. And I've just been hanging out with some friends and kind of soaking it in, spending time with them before I get busy and I'm gone every single weekend. This summer and fall, I think Ben and I collectively will be never where we're supposed to be. Like we're never going to be home, basically. But what trips do you have this coming year?
I have one out of state actually I have two, I think. One of them's in Red Rocks, at the Red Rocks Amphitheater.
That'll be really cool.
Which is going to be really pretty. I'm excited to hopefully get some cool drone shots. I need to look into it a little deeper to see what's allowed there. But what's the timestamp over there?
29:24. And thanks for
thanks for going.
Thanks.
All right, and now a word from our sponsor. All right, so
we're back. So where are you going?
Red Rocks Amphitheater,
Colorado.
Yeah, that's at the end of June.
You're going with RP Media.
Yeah,
or
Ryan
California?
Parsons, RIP Media, has a wedding in California at the end of May. I have one in Wisconsin, a couple in Illinois.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of Iowa ones though.
I'll be in Illinois 3 times this year, Wisconsin once, Minnesota maybe, and then obviously Iowa. But the one I'm looking forward to is New Year's Eve in downtown Chicago. I think
that should be fun.
That'll be a really, really good time. But nothing like nothing too far. I don't have to hop on a plane for anything. I don't know. Might go to Colorado with you. I guess that's kind of you and Lauren need to decide if you're making a little vacation out of it or not. But and then January we'll both be going to Palm Springs, California.
That's right.
That'll be fun.
One thing that I forgot that we shot a boudoir.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
That was a fun experience.
A little bit of corporate work. Yeah, that was actually really fun. That was a good day.
Yeah, that was a
shout out Stephanie
Marie Boudoir.
Yeah.
I think she's moving to Florida soon, but yeah, that was an experience. We were a little unsure of how the whole situation would go with us being male and them being female models.
Yeah.
We shot a promo video for her, and she had 4 different models, but it was very seamless and
nothing awkward about it. Nothing weird. Like it was just we were there to work, and they all the models felt comfortable with us.
I don't think any of them felt.
I think Stephanie has Stephanie just
killed it. Yeah,
gives this energy of just positivity and comfort, and it was just that's fun. We're working on that edit now. I'd say we're maybe halfway. Done with it. It's just kind of hard to find time to work on that together and squeeze it in between all of these highlights and all that stuff. We went shooting with my friend and neighbor Cody. Took some photos for him at what was that place in Des Moines? It's like an antique place with a bunch of mirrors and the doors and just
sale barn. I don't know.
South of it's like the most south it can be of the downtown area. I don't know what it's called, but that was cool.
Other than that, we literally have just been editing.
Oh, I spent Easter with Ben's mom. Yeah,
I introduced my work wife to my parents. They accepted him.
Yeah, they accepted me in, which was good. That was nice to hear.
But
went golfing with your brother and your brother's best man, which I'll be filming that wedding. You'll be editing, but you'll also be officiating.
Yeah, I gotta get that ready at some point. But so tomorrow, technically I've had one wedding this year so far in March, but I feel like there's always you have one wedding that's by itself. But now this is the start. Starting tomorrow, we have not back to back, but pretty much every weekend. Either I'm filming or I'm helping Reed.
Yeah, Ben and I have a nice little system going with exchange of services. For some reason this year it worked out where we can help each other quite a bit at weddings, which is nice. So who knows? Maybe we'll make the hotel room moody light.
We podcast before
every night. The night before, yeah. But yeah.
Hear me out though. I've always thought about doing something like this, on Sundays, the days after weddings, and just recapping it by audio talking. This is this recap, and that'd be the blog. It was just a podcast episode, but it was 20-minute recap, 10-minute recap, or something for every wedding.
I feel like the market of listeners would be a little small, but I think that might be it.
I think it would just be the couple and their family, maybe.
Yeah, you just talk crap about the couple the whole time. Oh, they never did it. You send it to them. Hey, this is my true thoughts.
But other than that, I've just kind of been
working away, and that's what it's gonna be probably until next year at this time.
Yeah, I'm imagining I'll probably be caught up like when I say caught up, I'm saying like have nothing in my backlog. I would anticipate it being 2023 later in the year.
I might get lucky, and I might be able to pull it off by the end of July. Like nothing, because I think I have one wedding in July. So if I can get all the way caught up, get my 3 June weddings edited, boom, July, have a clean slate for the fall or August through December. Even I have 2 weddings in December. So
that'd be such a good feeling. I need more.
I hope so. I don't know. It might not work, but yeah, it topped me off.
Yeah, so
I think we need to bring on another guest.
Yeah, we could probably call this one quits.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Let's do a couple like questions. So
yeah, just rapid fire. What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Probably I liked what Diamond said, the bride Diamond. She said 8 Crazy Nights.
8 Crazy Nights. Yeah.
That's pretty good. The animated one. That's a pretty good one. Also Click is pretty good. I feel like that's an underrated one. I love this.
I think it's okay. I don't think I do think it might be slightly underrated, but I don't think it's
Billy Madison is probably
I'm always between Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore.
Waterboy though.
Okay, I won't name any names. But I was out with some friends for Matt's birthday. Obviously, you know Matt, you filmed him in Marine's wedding. And one of our friends brought his girlfriend, like new friend, doesn't really know the group or anything. And I asked what her favorite Adam Sandler movie was. She said The Sandlot.
Wait.
He's not in it.
I was gonna say, is there like an off one?
He didn't direct it. He didn't produce nothing. He wasn't. I just sat there and I knew, but like deep down I was gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" I just sat there and said,
"That's a good movie."
I said, "Nice." And her boyfriend, who's a good friend of mine, biggest Adam Sandler fan ever. And he just kind of went with it. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's a good movie." And then I texted him the next morning. I was like, "Hey, remember when your girlfriend said Sandlot was her favorite Adam Sandler movie?" I'm curious. I kind of want to circle back to that and be like, do you know who Adam Sandler is? I'm even trying to think of the characters in the movie. They're all kids.
Yeah, they're what if he?
No, I looked.
Oh, okay.
I went back. I was like, maybe I'm wrong. But
he's like a what do you call the people that are like in the background? Maybe he's in it and she knows. Maybe he was just like
what is that called?
Double or no?
Fill-in? No. Phil? I have a friend from college. We're giving a lot of shout outs. Shout out Dawson Jones. I know he doesn't listen to this. He lives out in Atlanta and he's what is that? Fill-in? He's in a lot of TV.
What do you call the people in movies that are in the background?
Extras.
Here is some information for.
Is it extras?
What do you call people in the background in movies? According to Wikipedia, on a film or TV set, background actors are usually referred to as junior artist, atmosphere, background talent, background performers, background artists, background cast members, or simply background, while the term extra is rarely used.
Rarely?
I feel like that's the term I always hear.
Extra is like the one I thought. Anyway, I have a friend in Atlanta who is an extra.
Yeah, my cousin was an extra in actually she was in the movie too. She was in the movie with the Archer girl. The Hunger Games. Yeah, she's yeah.
Yeah, Dawson's been. I know he's been in some TV shows. He was actually in a Jack Harlow music video, which is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
But yeah, shout out Dawson. I haven't talked to him in a while. I hope you're doing well. He's like he actually listens.
He's like the first person to refresh. He like every morning he wakes up hoping for a new episode.
That's the reason he hasn't talked to me.
Yeah,
we're not consistent enough.
We're sorry.
Okay, anyway, I'm not making fun of that girl. I just thought that was very interesting, and it made me second guess my fandom of Adam Sandler, and I was like, maybe I'm wrong, but I scoured the internet to make sure. But anyway, that was my question. Now you rapid fire.
All right.
That's not rapid fire.
Would you rather grow your hair an inch every day Like your hair would grow an inch every day. Or I'm trying to think of something that's comparable. Or your fingernails grow an inch every day.
Fingernail. I'll just go see what was the name I made up?
Nancy at Treatment Spa or something? I don't know.
Susan at Nail Care. Probably fingernails because they're easier to maintain. If hair, you'd have to spend a lot of money on haircuts.
Can you imagine though? You could literally try so many hairstyles. You're like, it'll be back in a week.
Not even like
The next
an
day.
inch. Like how long does it take to grow an inch of hair? I feel like it takes a little bit of time.
Well, I'm just thinking like
Like a month. 2 months maybe to grow an inch of hair. I don't know. Hey, leave a comment.
Yeah.
we sound like influencers. Hey, leave a comment
I know I have to shave my head at least every 3 days.
before we get some stubble.
But yeah, I'm just thinking, man, like you're like, you know what? I want to grow my hair down to my waist. What if it was every part of your body, your arm hair? Can you imagine how much that
Then
would...
definitely fingernails.
Okay, it's just your eyebrows.
Fingernails still. Why would I want an inch every day on my eyebrows?
I feel like it'd be so much easier to just every day you have like a specific razor. You're just like, nyeh, nyeh, and it would make them a specific length every morning. That'd just be so much easier than clip, clip, clip.
True, and an inch would be really long.
Oh, you wake up every morning and you wouldn't even be able to use fingernail clippers.
A chainsaw or
Yeah,
bush trimmer.
you'd have to cut your fingernails like 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, you would.
Can you imagine? That'd be a cool time lapse though.
Just your fingernail. You just leave your hand on.
Okay, that's a good one. Give me like a would you rather question.
Okay. Wait, what was the one that we talked about for? Would you rather fart every time you sneeze or sneeze every time you fart? But then you said double trouble.
Wait, fart every time you sneeze?
Wasn't it that one? Remember, it was the first one that we did without Zoom. Like we just recorded it and just FaceTime.
Sneeze every time you fart or fart every time you sneeze?
Yeah. Either way, double trouble.
Okay.
No, we're not going back. I already asked you that one. The listeners already know.
Oh, okay.
Would you rather wake up super angry every day, but it only lasts for 22 minutes and 48 seconds? Or would you rather go to sleep super sad every day? But sadness for no reason. Wait, that's just, scratch that.
I think I'd probably do angry.
You'd rather wake up angry?
Yeah, I feel like
you can go work out. You could, that's good. Yeah.
I'd be like, it's just, I need to get some work done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
All right, so it's that time of the episode for what's inspired you. Wait,
Hold on,
play
wait.
that. Wait. Ready? It's time for what's inspiring.
No.
Yeah.
For those listening, this is probably too loud to even hear us.
All right. Here.
For those just listening, we have this we're trying this new podcasting app. It's called Rode Connect. This is what we're using with our wireless Go 2, but it has all these things so we can have applause.
Which we assume that you're all doing at home right now.
There's a drum roll, I think, or like a joke thing. This is what I needed for my dance. Crickets.
That's a weird cricket sound.
There's a harp.
Oh, that's better. Here, let me redo that. And now it's time for what inspires you. And the camera died. All right, peace out.
Wait, no, we're not done.
All right. So this is just for the viewers only.
Yeah.
And we'll just put like a picture.
A picture of us.
So sorry, YouTube watchers and Travis. The camera died, but so yeah, what's been inspiring to you over the last 3 months? 2 months.
You go first. Something inspiring.
There's something that I know that has been inspiring, but I can't think of it. What is it?
I got something, but it's not weird like my normal stuff.
It's off brand. Probably I'd say music. Circle back. Music's kind of been inspiring for me. Just been. Oh, I got a burp. Just music's been pretty inspiring for me. Listening and playing. Not necessarily in the sense of like inspiring me to go edit or shoot something, but just either to play or listen or I don't know. Music just makes you feel good and can either motivate you or whatever. So I just kind of been jamming out. Been listening to a lot of The Dip recently. They're from Seattle. The camera's not on, so I shouldn't even look at it.
Dip.
But I actually saw them live in Minneapolis a few weeks ago, and it was really fun. And it was like just inspiring. I'm like, yeah, I love creative things. So it's kind of a lame one, but
Yeah, good stuff.
that was so fake. Yeah,
Good stuff.
yeah.
No,
Oh
music-
yeah, dude. Good stuff.
Music is definitely inspiring. I think music is. It is like, without making it sound too weird, I think music is. It's like a universal language. Even if you don't like the music, you understand that it's music. And you can you based on the tone of it, you can understand if it's happy, if it's sad.
That's really true. That's actually.
And so I think
That's
like
cool.
I wonder if like aliens were to hear that music and they're like, that's a good sound or that's a bad sound. But that's also human brain thoughts. Like I'm not sure. Did someone hear this and they're like, this is sad?
You were on to such a good, normal thing, and you just reached up and you brought in aliens, man. You're just like, this is too normal. I just gotta.
Well, okay, speaking of music.
Okay, but for honest, aliens, they're real. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so.
That's a whole podcast in itself.
So the U.S. sent Voyager 1. Listen to this, okay?
Okay.
They sent this thing on Voyager 1 called the Golden Record. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
Dude, I'm thinking about getting a tattoo of this, to be honest. But essentially, on this record, it's literally a golden record. This thing is the furthest thing in space ever. It's in interstellar space right now.
Is there music on it?
Yeah, there's music. There's sounds of nature. There's literally like presidential speech. I think it was like Kennedy giving like a presidential speech.
Interesting.
And I think it has the record in it. I think it has a way to play the record. And then there's like a picture on it to show you where the thing came from, which is the tattoo I want to get on, like, I don't know.
The picture of the record or the picture that's on the record?
It's like a universal mathematical equation to figure out where Earth is. So if an alien or some in 30,000 years finds this record or this Voyager 1 crashed on their planet, they can look at this and they can be like, oh, I'm going to take these numbers, put it in here, and that's going to tell me where it came from. So yeah, that's trippy.
That's interesting. But if aliens are real, which I'm pretty sure they are, I think they're already here.
Yeah, probably.
Like I said, we should find like a real alien enthusiast and bring them on. That is not on brand for us at all, but it's interesting. And you know what? Is our podcast? I don't care.
We can do what we want.
I don't care.
What's inspired me? On topic with that, I'm huge. I get inspired by innovation and things. So I don't know if you've heard much about the James Webb's telescope. Mm-hmm. So there was the Hubble telescope first. Mm-hmm. That allowed us to like see so far, not like super far, but pretty far.
Yeah.
We had that for a long time. And then they just recently got the James Webb telescope now. So imagine this glass here. Or imagine a quarter.
Okay.
Okay?
Imagining a quarter.
The Hubble telescope was literally, if you were to like, so Earth is the quarter, mm-hmm. The James Webb Telescope is like a millimeter from it. Like that's how far not the Hubble one. The Hubble one was literally like a millimeter from the quarter. Now the James Webb, when I say a millimeter from the quarter, I'm saying it orbited the Earth about a millimeter from the quarter. So that's the Earth is huge. So if you can imagine it, it's literally like right above Earth.
So the size of a quarter. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's literally the telescope is just orbiting above Earth a little bit. Now,
there's a telescope that's orbiting Earth.
I mean, I don't know if it's still up there, but that's how they get the pictures.
Oh, it was.
To avoid light pollution.
So it's more of a camera.
Yeah, I mean, it's a camera, but it's like a telescope that allows you to look really far.
It's like a telescopic lens or whatever. I don't know how it works. I'm following that.
But now they created the James Webb Telescope now. So the Hubble was literally orbiting just above Earth, like a millimeter. Now, if you take that same scale, the James Webb Telescope is like 9 feet from the quarter. Like that's how far it's orbiting Earth. It's like further than the moon.
Wow.
I don't know for sure if that's accurate, but it's really far away.
I wanna research that kind of stuff. Yeah, I've never really.
And it allows us to see literally to the earliest things ever created in the universe, like seeing almost as far back as the Big Bang.
If you believe in that, there might be viewers that don't.
Yeah,
which is okay. That's super interesting. I want to look at more. So, like, what do they see?
Well, they use an infrared camera that allows you to see,
like, heat signals.
It allows you to like see through specific things, kind of like night vision, but with space. I don't know. It's literally the craziest thing. But they can like see light that's been dead for millions of years, or like.
Okay, that's actually really cool.
That's trippy though. Like they literally, they can look so far. They're literally time traveling with.
Stars are dead, right?
I mean, not exactly.
Have I not? But there are probably some stars that are dead that we still see the light because of however the speed of light works. Trippy. Way over my head. I am not. I suck at science, but like, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. That's kind of cool.
I think my biggest fear is being like either tripping or something and falling out of a spaceship. Like, say I'm like say they have commercial moon like in 10 years they have commercial moon flights.
It's actually probably pretty realistic.
Yeah, in our lifetime that would be.
Maybe not 10 years, maybe.
Let's say you trip and you accidentally fall out an exit door on accident, and you're just like nobody knows you fell out.
Okay, but then like, do you worry about that on airplanes? Like, do you go walk up by the doors and be like, oh, hopefully this doesn't open and I trip?
Actually, it would probably be pretty peaceful. I think
you would suffocate immediately.
I don't know if you'd suffocate. I think
you would freeze to death, or you would suffocate immediately.
I don't think you'd freeze to death. I think you'd just float until you ran out of oxygen, and then I think you'd start to. I don't know how it would work with running out of oxygen if you just start inhaling CO2. If you just like pass out, like you just like fall asleep.
Where would you get the CO2?
Or carbon. It's whatever your body produces. You just start inhaling it again, and eventually I think you just pass out because you're not getting enough.
So you're telling me if you're in space without...
No, you have like an astronaut suit or whatever.
Okay, so...
You have an oxygen tank.
You tripped out while in an astronaut suit. So then the point of the astronaut suit is to be out there.
Yeah, so you're out there, and you're literally floating, and nobody's coming to get you, and there's nothing.
The listeners are getting a treat.
Nobody's made it this far. Travis is the only one that made it this far.
Travis. I don't know. I think people actually get far in these. We've actually had people come up to us and be like, I listen to your podcast.
If you've made it this far, just do us this favor and write a review.
Write a CreativeKrunch.
It will give us more listeners and allow us to reach $5 faster.
What? Would have a website?
Apple Podcast or Spotify. Write us a review.
Spotify? Dude, okay, yeah. Write us a review.
Write a review.
Dude, I kind of want to do like a whole podcast now, just dedicated on like space.
Dude, I would go off. I wouldn't even let you talk.
It could just be for us. Like we'd post it out there for anyone that would want to listen, but I think, okay, so CreativeKrunch, definitely the creative industry and creative. That is our brand. But I think we should have some of those just like one-off episodes. That is just like, what are they talking about? Why are they talking?
It's a non-creative episode.
Why are they talking about telescopes in space? Why are they talking about record players?
But yeah, let's do that.
I think we should. I think just like a very one-off, and we name it something different. Right. Creative like punch.
Give us a round of applause if you think we should do that.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Oh my god, dude!
That's more than 2 people.
Dude, they're standing up. Oh, again!
Oh, wow!
Dude,
encore. They want an encore. Dude. They want us to keep going.
Oh.
That's more realistic.
Yeah.
Wait, now I'm stuck on space now.
But yeah, dude. So listen to this though about this whole telescope thing. Someone calculated, so like there's like an orbit. The Hubble telescope, this is literally the Earth right here. I'm looking at a glass that's sitting on a table.
Yeah, because
the Hubble is literally like going like this around just the very edge of the Earth right here. Okay, it's literally like circling it. Now the freaking James Webb is like here, but there's like a point in space where it like doesn't orbit. Someone calculated a thing where it stays in that position.
So it just gets the world turning. It just gets the rotation of the Earth.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works, but it is locked in this position.
So over time, then it would just get closer as it orbits the sun.
No, I think there's like a weird.
No. Now we're like that doesn't make any sense. So if it's in the orbit, outside the orbit, but in one place, but the Earth is still orbiting, so eventually it would get close to it, wouldn't it?
It has something to do. I don't know if it's locked on like an axis. It's like locked between, kind of like how the moon doesn't change its orbit. It's like always in. It's always like the dark side of the moon never faces us. It's kind of like that situation where it's locked. Something with the gravity. Dude, I'm no scientist.
Yeah, but I kind of like talking this out.
I think we'll watch a video. We'll watch a documentary about it.
Anyway, that is super interesting, and just the science behind that. It's so interesting, and I just know that I could never attain any sort of knowledge like that, which is crazy.
No, but that's the kind of insight thinking that I was talking about in my talk. There's like insight, problem solving, and analytical problem solving. And someone was like, yo, what if we, rather than orbiting, we just like put it in this like position?
Locked it in place.
Or like on the telescope, there's like 9 mirrors or something that reflects inward.
Intrigued. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm just like so intrigued by that.
And the way that, so they like launched it there, but because of space, they had to wait like weeks or months for the thing to cool down because there's no way for the heat to like dissipate. It just slowly.
That's interesting. Here's another what if, or would you rather? Would you rather float around in space and never be found but never die?
Oh,
or
gosh.
Be stuck in the ocean but never drown? Like bottom of the ocean. So, I mean, you could be eaten. But also in space, you could be like abducted by aliens.
See, would you age though?
You would age in the ocean. You would not age in space.
The thought of.
But space would be eternity. And
see, space, I think you would literally be. Even if you're floating along in space, I think you wouldn't hit anything for.
No, I know, but
it could be 50,000 years.
You don't die. So you are just there with your thoughts, and you're in space. And who knows? Maybe you'll run into something. Maybe you won't. Maybe something will find you. Maybe it won't.
I don't even think I would make it a year in space before I would try to kill myself.
That got really.
I mean, just think about it. You're literally nothingness. There's nothing.
No, I know. But hold on. But so you would rather go in the ocean and just live there until you get.
I mean, I wish I could. I wish it would be more like a for a week you want to go hang out in space. But like,
I think I would. When I'm 90 or 99 or 100, however.
Shoot me into space.
Seriously, when I'm about to kick the bucket, like a day or 2 days before, just take me up there, kick me out. I just want to float around.
Until you run out of oxygen.
Or die of old age or whatever, I think that'd be pretty exciting. I wonder if that's the wedding party.
Probably.
I wonder if they're listening.
Should we call it quits right at 1 hour?
I think we should. So like 31 seconds. And
well, let's take this. Let's take this one to space. The next episode is on the moon.
Yep, and we will see you guys there. Thank you guys for watching, listening.
Thank you, Travis.
Shout out Travis. Thank you guys for listening, watching.
Do us a huge favor.
Go ahead, review, subscribe, like, and we will see you.
Send us a message if you listen to this.
Yeah, I think this end was pretty good. So we'll see you guys later. This is the CreativeKrunch podcast.
All right.
Thank you guys. We'll see you in the next one.